Hi friends, hope you are doing great. Today we are going to see this demo enhancing user interactivity in Looker with Liquid. So in this demo we are going to see create a dynamic dimension using a Liquid parameter, and second we are going to create a dynamic dimension using template filters, and finally we are going to do create a dynamic measure using templated filters. Now I have opened that Looker, so let me close other tabs. Okay, so I have opened the Looker now. Then we are going to copy the username. Just enter the username here and password. Just copy the password and enter the password and stay logged in. Click login. It is loading now. I mean, now we are going to we can read these things, friends, later. Create a dynamic dimension using a Liquid parameter. So just we need to go to the development mode. Just toggle here. Just click the development mode. So now you can click this here and it will change to development mode, and here we need to click the develop tab and then select the quick labs e-commerce lookml project, and we need to navigate to order item view file. Okay, just click develop and go to the quick labs e-commerce. Just click it. It is loading right now. Let's wait for it. And it is loading now. Let's wait for it. Yes, training e-commerce model. Here we need to click this drop down views and click it order item view. And next what we need to do means we need to, in the order item view file, we need to click the diamond above all the dimensions. We need to add this follow syntax. So I have copied this parameter. Just I'm clicking it here. So row from row number 6 we need to add it. So here we need to add it. Just I'm giving here only parameter select time frame. So we need to add these things, friends, from 6 to row 6 to 21. So just click enter it now. Just click on enter, and here we need to paste that parameter. Yes, we have done it. Next what we need to do means next step we will move. So we have done it correctly only. So just I'm cross verifying it, and okay, we may want the fields displayed in the dashboard or look be a dynamic. Okay, so we can go to the next step. Now we need to copy these order items, this parameter into that line 23. So I'm going to click this thing, and here you can see 23 row number. We have added this dynamic time frame dimension. So just go to the 23 row number. Just enter it here. I think we need to update in 23 row only, row number 23. Just enter it here and give one more enter. So 23. So just paste it. Now it will come, friends. Then we have done it correctly. Then let's move on next step now. So we have done it correctly only. So I am verifying it again and again. Okay, sounds great. Next we need to test the dynamic dimension in the order items explore. So now we can test the dynamic dimension in the order items explore. So I'm clicking this file, and I'm going to click this drop down whether we have that option. There is no option. So what we need to means we need to click save changes. We need to click save changes, and next navigate to the order items. Okay, so navigate first we need to click save changes, and next navigate to the order items explore. Okay, now what I'm going to do means I have clicked save changes and I'm clicking this explore order items, and next under the order item view we need to select the dynamic time frame. We need to select that one. So just I have clicked that one, and under that order items, so here we need to select the dynamic time frame dimension. So dynamic time frame we need to select it, friends, here. So where is the dynamic time frame? We need to check it. Dynamic time frame and order count measure, we need to select these two under the order item view. So we need to select this dynamic time frame, and next we need to select this we need to select some filter option. Okay, let's select this dynamic time frame. So here only it is the dynamic time frame. We have selected it correctly, and next one is order count measure. So where is that measure? Here only. Then select this order count. So here order count I have selected it. Now we have selected the two columns, and click on the filter icon next to the new filter only field called select time frame. So we need to select time frame, but we need to put filter. So where is the time frame? Yeah, select time frame we have. So just click it, filter by field. Now we can see it came filter. Now we need to we have done this step, and next we are moving on next step. So I think we have done it correctly. Only filter option we need to leave, and is and month we need to select it. Yeah, it's correct only, friends. Then we need to click run to see the results. So I'm going to click run. It is loading the data. Now you can see that dynamic time frame and order count, it look like that only. Okay, it looks correct only, friends. Yes, great. Yeah, next we will move on next step. So we can also now click SQL query also to tab to review the SQL. So now we can select the week date filter and click run to see updated results for each them. So if you want, you can do this, friends, or else you can omit it for this demo purpose. So I'm going to select that one. So where is that? I'm checking it. Actually, we need to select the week and date filters only. We need to select it, friends. So we need to select it filters. So here only we need to select it week, and next is date. If you want, you can run it also. So and next is date filter, and click run to see the updated results. So you can select the week, and we have the is only. If you want, you can click run, and yes, I have clicked it run. You can see the results. Now it will be changed now. So it will be changed to week. So you can see this 2020 12 21, and you can see this result date if you are putting, and I'm clicking this run, and you can see the results. It will vary, friends. So it depends upon that. So whatever you can put that one, you can select the filter. For each run, click the SQL tab to review the host parameters changing. And finally, we need to go to the Looker. Just click the Looker navigation to Looker and click develop, and click quick labs e-commerce. So now we need to training e-commerce. Under the views, we need to select this order item view, and here we need to do these things, friends. Click commit changes and push. I am copying this message, whatever message you can give, but I am copying this message. Commit changes and push, and you can give this message and click commit. That's it. So then we need to click deploy to production. That's it, friends. We have successfully done created the dynamic dimension using a liquid parameter. I'm checking my progress. Yeah, it's completed. Next, we are going to do these things. Create a dynamic dimension using templated filters. So navigate to the production file, production view. So just click products, not production, products. So then we need to do these steps. Okay, for templated filter we need a filter. Okay, now we need to follow, we need to copy this filter, select category, and we need to update these things in order, I mean under the products view file. So where we need to update it means, so row number 6 only we need to put it, line 6. So line 6 we need to update that filter, select category, and I'm entering it on space, I'm giving on space and pasting it here, select category filter. Then next we need to add some thing also, dimension category comparison. So line number 12 we need to add it, friends. So line number 12 to 24 it will come like that. So line 12 I'm going to add it, just give enter 2 times. So here we need to paste it. So I'm going to give enter 2 times, and here under the 12 row number line number I have pasted the category comparison. So next step what we need to do means, we have done it correctly. I am cross verifying it under the products view. Now we need to click save changes. Next we need to click save changes, and go to that order items explore. So navigate to the order items, just click it drop down and explore order items. So you can see these things. Under the products view, select the dimension called category comparison. Now under the products view we need to select this category comparison. So just click it products and click the category comparison. So we need to select the dimensions. Under the dimension category comparisons I have selected it, and next we need to put the filter only field, that one is select category. So select category I'm putting filter, and next is we need to select is equal to, and jeans is equal to jeans. So I'm typing jeans, but jeans, yeah, it's coming first letter is caps. So just I'm click that, friends, it will come automatically. Jeans I have selected it. Now done. And next step we have done this step, and under the order items we select the order count measure. So we need to select the under the order items, and we need to select the order count measure. Under the measure we need to select the order count. So then next for the filter option, we have done these things, friends. We have done this step, and the 10th step also we have done is equal to selected, and click in the empty text box drop down. Okay, we have selected it. Now we need to click run to see the results. So I am clicking the run. So it is loading the data, so we can see the results. 2557 counts for jeans. Yeah, it's coming like that. All other categories it's coming 171164. Yeah, it's correct, looks good. And templated filter logic adopts automatically as the user updates in the filter. We can try from your own, friends. So contains you can put like that. Okay, click the SQL tab to review the SQL after each run. Okay, we can do these things. We can, if you want, you can do this later. So now I am going to click this looker. Again I am going to click develop, and again quick labs e-commerce, and I am going to open the product view. Under this views I am going to click this product view. So just click product view, products view. Just we need to commit changes and deploy it to production. So I am copying this message, whatever message you can give it. So just click commit changes and push, and you can give the message as per your wish and click commit now. Then we need to click deploy to production. After that we will check the progress. So we have done this second part. So we have successfully created the dynamic dimension using templated filters. Now we are going to do the next one, create a dynamic measure using templated filters. We are going to do this, friends. So now first I am going to back into the looker id, navigate to the users view file. So just click looker now and go to that develop and quick lab e-commerce. Next we need to select under the views, we need to select click users view. Okay, now we need to do some changes, friends. Okay, yes, we have done this first step. And second, we need to add this users view file. We need to add the select traffic source. So I am clicking here under the users view file. So from row number 6 to 11 we need to add it, friends. So row number 6 to 11 we need to add it. So I have copied that filter select traffic source type string suggest explore. So you can see these things only. I have copied this filter select traffic source. Actually I have updated these things already, friends, because I have done it already, but I got some error, so that's what I am doing it again. No need to worry. So you can copy paste, that's it. From 6th line, row line 6th to 10 it will come. Filter select traffic source type string suggest explore order items and suggest dimension users dot traffic source. So I have pasted here, and we will move on next. So then we need to copy this dimension hidden traffic. So it is coming from line number 12 to 16. So this one also I have pasted it already, friends. So just for your training purpose I am replacing it, that's it, removing, and again I am pasting it. Already I have done it, but I got some error. Then after that I have rectified that error also, so no need to worry. So here I am removing it. See, I am removing it, I am pasting it again. So you need to paste from the line 12 to 16 only. Dimension hidden traffic source filter. So we have done this part, and next lastly we will define this dynamic measure. Just copy this measure dynamic count, and after the 105 line number we need to put that one. Just scroll down. Yeah, this one also I have pasted it, friends. Just I am removing it and I am pasting it again. Okay, now I am going to enter one more, actually braces, closed braces we need to put it, friends. So I am going to put that closed braces now. Just enter and put the closed braces, because 109 it is coming error. See, friends, it's not coming error, but we need to put like this, friends. Okay, we need to give some space, then only it will work correctly. Okay, so it should not in the same that one. You can see that closed braces, it's we need to hierarchy, we need to put something like that. Okay, so click save changes. Then we have done it correctly, I think so. Now we need to click save changes. So just click save changes now and go to that explore order items. Click that user view explore order items, and next we need to yes, we have done this step, save changes and order items explore. Then under the users view, so just select the users view and click, we need to click the country dimension. We need to select the country dimension or some other dimension like that. Okay, I am selecting the country dimension. We need to select the country dimension to get the count by attribute. Okay, select the new dynamic count measure. So we need to select the new dynamic count measure. So dynamic count, I have selected it. and click on the filter icon next to the new filter only field called select traffic source. So I am going to select filter option, select traffic source, just click the filter option here, and select traffic source is equal to email. Okay, is equal to email, we need to select, is equal to already, okay fine. Then we need to select the drop down and type email, just click it friends, it will come email, select it, and that's it. And we need to click run to see the results, we will see the count. I am going to click it, yes, for each country we are going to see the results now, loading the data. You will see the count for each country, like that only, country and dynamic count for all the users with the traffic source equal to email. So we have done it correctly friends. So we have done that lab actually, so try playing around with some other filter values also. So navigate back to the users view, commit changes and apply to production. Then same thing only friends, click commit changes and push, we need to put it, and users, we need to navigate to the users view. So just go to the looker, just click it looker and click that develop, and go to that quick lab e-commerce, and then next is go to that users view, and click that commit changes. Now we need to click commit changes and push. Before that I am copying this commit message and clicking this commit changes and push, I am updating this message, then click commit. That's it friends, we need to deploy it to production. So we have done that demo today. So in this demo we have learned, we have used liquid, so we have done it. So in this demo we have used liquid in looker to create parameters, templated filters, and dynamic dimensions and measures. We started by creating a parameter and dynamic dimension together enabled users to choose between different order creation date fields. We then created a dynamic dimension that took an input value for product category and created two groups in the results. So we have done this demo. Lastly we created dynamic measure also friends, so with the templated filters. Thanks a lot friends, have a great day. If you are not subscribed my YouTube channel, you can subscribe my YouTube channel so that it will motivate me to upload more videos about the Google Cloud Platform demo. Thanks a lot, have a great day, bye bye.